Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel called Gerl Talk. Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to hop on and introduce myself to you and kind of give you a rundown of the channel and what I hope that it will um, bring and what topics that we'll talk about. I am a firm believer that, life can get heavy sometimes. And if you can't laugh about it, you will cry. And, we only get this one life. So, um, YOLO, right? So before I get into anything about me or the channel, I did want to kind of go over. I realized that I don't have an avatar or my face or a running video up, and I did that on purpose. I don't know about you, but I love a video. I can watch videos all day long. The problem with that is I get nothing done. So life and time have other plans for me, apparently. So I like to listen to my podcast when I'm cooking, cleaning, doing errands, running errands, driving, what have you. So hopefully, you can do the same. And when you get a free time, if you can give us a thumbs up, like, um, comment and join in on the fun. So we have a lot of thoughts, opinions, and stuff to chit chat about. And as my daughter would say, she loves a good yap session. So hopefully we'll make her proud, right? A little bit about me. I am Gen X. And if you're Gen X, you get it. If you're not Gen X, you don't get it. Um, and the reason I say that, Gen X, most of us are midlife right now. And it was actually kind of funny because I had a doctor's appointment about a year ago, and it was over some belly issues and things like that. And the doctor had said about, people that are in midlife, that's usually when their gallbladder needs to come out. And I thought to myself, who is he talking about? Who's in midlife? And I'm thinking, wait, he's talking about me. I was horrified. When did I become midlife? But apparently I am. So here I am. Um, I don't know when that happened, but it did. And I'm sure you all feel the same way. Second of all, and I actually should have put this first, I'm a mom. I was a single parent when I was 19, and my daughter is wonderful. And she's, of course, now an adult. And it was her and I for the first 5 years. I got married, and I was married for 16 years, but we were together for 20. But I think it was 19 years too long. It was extremely toxic. And, but what I've learned is chaos becomes comfortable. And it was no longer acceptable, if that makes any sense. And I'll get into that a little bit more. Um, but he had to go. One of us had to go. And yeah, so that happened. At the same time, my daughter had moved out on her own. Um, I had moved into my apartment on my own, and I had never been on my own. It was always, I moved from, home with my mom, and me and my daughter moved into our first apartment, and I always had her with me. And it was my turn at, 39, 40 years old to start all over. And I am not going to lie, guys. I cried like a big baby unpacking. I was horrified. Um, it all worked out. I was overreacting, but um, I gave myself mad anxiety doing that. It was rough, but we got through that, and that's all that matters. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about some health things going on, uh, books and trials, and you name it, we will talk about it. Um, One of the trials, and I kind of did want to touch on this one. I don't know if any of you follow trials, but the one that got me started on them was the Jarrell Brooks trial, and that was, I think, in 22 or 23. If you haven't looked at this, you got to check this out if you're into that stuff. Um, this guy was Wisconsin, and he drove his SUV through a parade. He represented himself. He made a complete ass out of himself. He was a sovereign citizen. Well, let me just tell you, it didn't work out for him. But in 2026, I can watch that, not the video, but I can watch that whole trial over again, and I have. Um, and you don't get sick of it. It's so bizarre because you keep finding out stuff that you missed the first 10 times. It's like, how did I miss this shit? But yeah, so you got to check that one out. Another one, and I think Netflix is coming out with a lot of these. I have not watched them on Netflix yet, but the one is Wade Wilson. That trial was really good. That was in Florida. And the Mackenzie Shirilla case, that one just came out on Netflix, I believe. Um, and the hot one that's out now, it's actually been out for a while because it is such a massive rabbit hole that you can go down. It is crazy. Is the Clayton Eckert and Laura Owens case? Clayton Eckert was actually The Bachelor, and I don't watch The Bachelor. I think I watched the first couple seasons of it, and then I stopped. Um, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it unless you want to talk about it. Let me know, and we can do a whole stream on it. But you think it's just one person and one trial, and that's it. It's not. I mean, you're talking layers and layers. It's like peeling back an onion. It is insane. So definitely check that out. And like I said, we can definitely talk about that. Um, the other thing is, I used to really be into books. And I guess I'm wondering, what are your hobbies, or what do you guys do? I really want to get back into books again. One of the ones that I want to read is It Ends With Us. I don't want to watch the movie. Please don't ruin it for me. Um, Before I read the book, but I've been saying I wanted to read the book for like 4 years now and just didn't get around to it. So that is one of my goals. So the other thing, and just to kind of wrap everything up, um, this will be a raw, unedited, unfiltered, figured out as we go along type of pod. Um, you know, we wake up one day and things just change and we got to talk about it. But like I said, it doesn't always have to be serious or anything else. And I just want to um, have a place where everybody can come and kind of relate to it, or relate to something. And don't get me wrong, in this world today, I think, and this is just my opinion, um, we've lost that sense of it's okay to disagree. I don't know where the maturity level went that people think that their opinions are gospel, but um, it's gotten really bad in the past few years. And I'm seeing it in people my age. It's like, okay, maybe you're going through a midlife crisis, but you're not going through a good one. I mean, you're not talking about a Corvette sitting in the driveway here. You're talking about you being an asshole. And there's no reason for that. So we want to keep it a little bit light. I'm not saying that we won't talk about serious topics, but there's a light way and a dark way to talk about things, and we want to keep it light, right? Life gives us enough of stress. We don't need to listen to stress yet. Um, so, the other thing that And I think it's probably the last thing I kind of want to go over. Um, if you have anything that you would like me to talk about or anything like that, you know, please comment. We will talk about it. The only thing I don't want to do is politics because, like I said, there's just too much going on, and this will not be a political channel. We're not going to go there. Um, let's stick to the good old Gen X stuff, where um, I don't know, we're just kind of winging it through life and whatever happens, happens, right? So hopefully you will join me, and I look forward to your comments and, um, you know, just chatting with you. And I do hope to um, plan on putting another. I'm just trying to think. I'm hoping to put another video out sometime this week. And I think we'll go over some of the things that we talked about today. Another thing, and this is the other thing that I wanted to tell you. I almost forgot about it. Another thing that I love is quotes, and how it's to me it's fascinating how you can put a bunch of words together and they pull at your heartstrings, or they just um, it's so relatable. And the one that I heard the other day was I want to get this right. If you didn't see it with your eyes, don't witness it with your mouth. And isn't that true? There's so many people that are know everything and don't know shit. That's been going for years. That's never going to change. It's going to continue to go. But nothing drives me crazier. And the problem is, you can't even argue with those people because they'll beat you at experience. You are screwed. Um, so again, that quote was, if you didn't see it with your eyes, don't witness it with your mouth. In other words, keep your mouth shut, mind your business. Um, don't be so nosy. And if you have that much time on your hands, go get a hobby. That's my theory. So anyway, each time that I do come on, I will have a quote with you, and or a quote for you, I should say, and we can talk about it, and hopefully it will resonate with you as well. Again, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to our next video. And give us a like so you can get notified when a new pod comes out. Thanks, and have a great day, guys. Bye.